Step 5 is hiring editors. The best place we've found to hire video editors is freeup.net. If you're looking for a technical editor who can handle a highly creative project with little to no direction, this may not be the best place to look for that kind of freelancer. But for the editing that is needed for automated YouTube videos, alongside your thorough editing process documents, this is where you can find outstanding freelancers at some of the lowest possible rates. The FreeUp marketplace has freelancers from all over the world. The benefit of using FreeUp is that they vet all of their freelancers before they allow them onto the website, accepting only the top 1% of freelance talent. Because of this strict vetting process, you're pretty much guaranteed that the freelancer you hire has the skills necessary to fulfill your needs, as long as you have good process documents. The majority of the talent on FreeUp is international, which means they work at much lower rates than many US-based freelancers. But don't let this scare you away. Every freelancer we've hired from FreeUp has great communication skills, speaks great English, and works just as hard as any freelancer we've worked with in the US. Video editing is a pretty popular skill on the FreeUp platform, and it usually comes with a rate of around $7 to $9 an hour. Again, that is significantly less than what it would cost to hire a freelancer who's based in the US. When you create a job post on FreeUp, applicants will message you directly to apply to your job. Many of them will have some previous work examples on their profile, so be sure to check out those examples and make sure the freelancer is going to fit your needs. If it looks good, then you should have some initial questions prepared to make sure they're a good fit. You can choose to either do a live interview with them or just message them over FreeUp. We recommend asking the following questions during the hiring process. How many hours a week are you looking to work? Let's say you want to post 3 videos a week on your channel and you think each video should take about 8 hours to edit. In this case, you need a freelancer with 24 hours of availability every week. If the freelancer is looking for 40 hours a week, they may not be the perfect fit, as they might find other work to balance their workload, and that could mean your videos aren't a priority. On the other hand, if they only want to do 10 hours of work a week, then you need to hire a second freelancer. What hours are you online? While video edits can generally be picked up and worked on at any time of the day, it is good to understand what hours your new hire plans to work. There's going to be some pretty large time differences between the US and the countries where your freelancers might be located. So if you aren't around to answer questions while they're working, it could take longer to get a final video completed. However, this will become less important as your team gets more work under the belt and understands the process and expectations. So don't let a time difference scare you away from a good freelancer. What programs do you know how to use? It's best to hire freelancers that use these same editing programs as you, especially if your editing process documents involve workflows that are exclusive to a specific program. We require that all freelancers use Adobe Premiere for editing. While they could achieve a similar result with Final Cut, this ensures that they can use all of the graphics we require for our videos. Furthermore, if we ever need to exchange project files, they'll all be compatible. It's also nice to hire freelancers who are familiar with other tools you might use, like Trello or Slack. Test before you hire. You should always test the editor to see if they can complete the projects that you need them to. Typically, we give the editor a short voiceover, such as a few minutes out of a full-length video, as well as the process documents and directions for editing our videos. Then we pay them a flat rate upon completion, typically about $20, regardless of how good the final edit is. You can tell in that short video if the freelancer has the skills needed to complete a full video for you and whether they can follow your instructions. So if the test edit looks good, you can hire them on the platform and get them set up to start picking up your editing projects. However, an important thing to do here is make sure you set the expectation up front of how long it should take to edit one video. On average, our videos take around 6 to 7 hours to edit. So we expect all of our freelancers to take no more than 8 hours per video. This helps us pin down our costs and make sure that our freelancers aren't overcharging us. So if a freelancer is editing 3 videos in a week, we expect to be charged a maximum of 8 hours for 3 videos at $8 an hour, for example, for a total of $192. When using FreeUp, the freelancers will be in charge of billing their hours and informing you of how much they work. This is why it's so important to set those time expectations up front and to have your own experience editing your videos so that you know what kind of time frame is reasonable. Also, when a freelancer starts editing their first few videos for you, it might take them a little longer as they get used to your style, but then the hours should start to decrease when they know exactly what they're doing.